Hello and welcome to this week's weekly drive. And this week we are going to be talking about LinkedIn and how to use it for book promotion as an author. So some of it will be similar to what you should be doing as an entrepreneur in your business, but it's so important that we go over it to make sure you are clear, because sometimes we need to hear information up to 10 times before it begins to filter through. And as much as possible, this is very practical, so you can go away and take action and make those little steps straight away so that you are consistently moving forward. What we see here at Brilliance Publishing is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite size at a time. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh. Okay, having a bit of trouble with some people trying to get in, so just let me I'm just going to post someone a link so they can join me now. So thank you for that. This is live and this is what I love. So let's hopefully they can join us. So here we go. So let's carry on. So yeah, LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is great if you are a business owner, or you're a CEO, or you're in corporate. It's a great place to find like-minded people. So we want to use LinkedIn to our advantage. So let's have a look at how we can do that. So let's begin. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. So how we can use LinkedIn for book marketing, but it's more than just book marketing. Although we're looking at that, there's more than that. Hold on, just let some people in. And here we go. It's great. We've got a great person with us today. We've got Pam Case, who is a LinkedIn expert. So I'm sure she will be able to tell us if I'm saying anything and it maybe LinkedIn changes, because you know things change all the time. So let's just begin with what we're doing for this week. So here we go. So like everything, we're going to start with our LinkedIn profile. Hopefully, Pam, you can give us some thumbs up if, or you please. I have no issues at all if you want to jump in and add something to this. So you can see from my LinkedIn profile, I've got a lovely clear picture of who I am. My hair's got a wee bit longer since that picture, of course, but you can see it's me. You can see what it's about, Book Brilliance Publishing, and you can see all the books behind. So you know exactly what you're getting when you come and look at me on LinkedIn. Now, I need to take this a step further, and Pam will agree. I need to create a little live video so you can actually hear me talking and in action as to why you should stay and read what I'm saying on my profile.
Okay. You can't do that anymore. LinkedIn has actually pulled the plug on that facility at the end of July. I think it went
just a couple of days ago. There you go. So there you go. This is why we've got the wonderful Pam Case here, because she is our LinkedIn expert. She will be providing more information for you at the Author's Adventure and in our hub. You may have missed already, but you need to go to YouTube and see Pam in action when she was our guest speaker at a recent Voice and Pen. So then you can see I have my name clearly. I've got a little header, leader of leaders, and then I tell you quite quickly what I do. So this is what we want. People want to know who you are, why we should listen to that person. I've got some credentials there with some of my qualifications, and of course my vision and mission is there for you to see as well. So what you have to do, go and look at your LinkedIn profile, and is it clear exactly who you are? Is your picture up to date? So this picture was taken like 8 months ago, so that's quite up to date in the world of social media. And you can see who I am, what I do, and I'm saying what I do on the tin. So I would ask you to do the same, because once you've got that, you're now in top gear to be moving further on. So share, 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 share. Share your content. This will help give you credibility as thought leadership. What is your thinking within your field of expertise? What is your book about? What have you written about? Are you giving your ideas, your beliefs, your learning, your experiences? Are you sharing that? You know, it's so important that you share that so that people can see you. Oh, this is what Pam Case is saying. She's a thought leader. She's just told us LinkedIn's chase. So straight away, I know she's a thought leader all about LinkedIn. And anything she's going to tell you, you know it's going to be up to date because she has her finger on the pulse, and she doesn't need to share with us how that is, but she is, and I trust her 200% for sure, you know. So, and don't forget as well, if you've got a book, that is your intellectual property, because your book is copyrighted. So a lot of your voice is in your book. Your story will be in your book. Your experiences, your expertise will be in your book. That becomes your intellectual property. Now, this is something that I really want you to think about, because most authors aren't thinking about the book as their intellectual property. So I'm planting a seed today for you to realize that your book is full of intellectual property. Yes, you might talk about what other people have done, but great. But you should be then using that to shape your own thinking, which makes you that thought leader. And then when people can see that you've got your own ideas, you're not reinventing the wheel, but you're just making the wheel your own. You're personalizing it. You're making it unique to you. Then they will see you as the go-to expert, the go-to thought leader, the go-to authority in your field of expertise. So do not underestimate writing some of the content that's in your book onto LinkedIn. But be careful. It's not all about buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. It's sharing your thoughts. It's sharing your vision. It's sharing a mission you're on. It's sharing your ideas. It's not putting them down people's throats. It's sharing them in such a gentle way that they're going to lean in to hear what you're saying. Ah, I thought this, but, you know, sorry, Pam, I'm picking on you today, but Pam, she also says this. So maybe I will shape my own thinking because I've learned something more. And that's how we become thought leaders. We then begin to think out the box. We think for ourselves. Sure, we take other people's ideas. We mix them all up, just like baking a cake. You know, a basic cake has got flour, eggs, and milk and sugar in it. But then you might add lemon, coconut, fruit. I don't know, they put all sorts in it. Maybe Oreos. I don't know, whatever kind of cake you like. You know, me, I'm lemon drizzle. So remember, constantly share your thoughts for sure. Let's see what Pam's saying. Great. She likes the analogies that we are using. So yes, find little things and hook on these new thoughts too. They'll help you remember them as well. Now, so we optimize our LinkedIn just by, I haven't looked at every aspect of it, but just by the first thing that people see about you. Then we've talked about sharing your content as thought leadership. Now we're going to create. We want people to have a smooth ride. We want it, there will be bumps on the road, but we want to make it as smooth as possible. So what do you need to do in order for a smooth ride with your potential readers and clients, of course. So you can consistently do a LinkedIn article. Give your insights into not just what you think about your own thought leadership, but give insights into what someone else is saying, because that will show you, as someone who's got their finger on the pulse, that you're ready to listen to what others are saying, and you're going to shape that to really add some light to what you think yourself. So share those insights. Give tips, of course. In your book, you should have some tips, you'll have summaries, and make sure you're sharing the tips for what you believe in, whatever it is, whether you're in health, or you are a LinkedIn expert, or whether you're in financial, or you're a life coach or a business coach. What tips can you give others? Something like I'm doing right now, little bite-sized pieces of information that they can go away and put into action. Because we've all got information. We've got a whole universe of information on social media, with Google, the internet. But we have to make sure we don't just have the information sitting. The only way that we can grow is by taking action on little pearls of wisdom, on little bite-sized nuggets, and put it in action. That way you will see your own progress and growth.
Can I just endorse what you said there, and just add that people shouldn't be afraid to share their knowledge or excerpts from the book, because people don't do the jigsaw. There's not, you really can't be afraid of them putting it all together and saying, well, I've read the book now, I don't need to buy it. And it doesn't happen like that. And also people are on LinkedIn at different times, so different ways to see different bits. And also the bit you were saying about giving your opinion, people who are aligned with your opinion and who you are as a person will want to buy your book. So that was just to add a little bit to what you said there, and think it's, you know, perfectly right, and brilliant job.
Yeah,
love it.
Thanks very much, Pam. I appreciate that. And yeah, please always feel free if you've got something that you can add. We will all appreciate that. Now, behind the scenes stories. So the first three, the first three tips are all about ideas, or all about things that you can do. But look, people want to know, like, and trust you as an author. People want the juicy bits, the behind the scenes. They want to know the pain you go through as a writer and as a business owner. So they want to see, what does it take? So you might be creating something online, and you might show that. You might show them around bits of your office. Just give them some behind the scenes. Maybe you're having a meeting with someone, just a little 10 to 15 minute clip. Put it on TikTok. They love the 15-second clips. It's amazing what you can say inside 15 seconds. That's absolutely juicy, juicy, juicy. So give behind the scenes stories, because people will see you as real. I talk about being raw and real. Let them see that. Let them see all the things that you get up to behind the scenes. Post updates about your book. Maybe you've got a new review. Maybe you've had an amazing week in book sales. Share that with people. Maybe you've had a bad review. I know an author once, Dee Blick, who writes about marketing, a best-selling book, and she got a 1-star review on Amazon. Her instinct, it went straight to her ego, and she tells this story, so I'm not saying anything I shouldn't here. I'm not divulging anything. It's well documented. And she thought, how dare they? And then she thought about it, and she thought, I'm going to flip this 180 degrees. So she tweeted, when they were called tweets. I don't know what we're calling them now. I'm sure I've sorry, this isn't an aside, but I tweeted Elon Musk and says they should be called kisses. So I thought that was a bit tongue-in-cheek. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. The updates about your book. So she turned that negative post and says, oh my goodness, someone dared to give me a 1-star review. Guess what happened to her sales? Boom. They went up there, they saw the brilliant 5-star reviews and thought, I need to buy this book. They bought her book. So turn everything into a positive. So make sure you give the updates about what's happening about the book, what you're doing. Maybe you're promoting it. You know, so for example, Simon Ong, when he was promoting his book, Energize, there's a little plug for you, Simon. He went to the Connaught Hotel and he got the bartender to create a cocktail called Energize. It was amazing. You see, so let people know all the great things that you're doing that's related to your book and its promotion and marketing, sales, and all the rest of it. Another thing that you can do is, why not, you know, what about book signings? How do I get book signings? This is called Create. You're the creator. You create your destiny. You create your life. Why don't you create your own book signing? Find somewhere you can go and do a book signing. Local libraries. Do you have good relationships with a local pub? I went to one recently. It was a gastropub, and a friend of mine was launching her book, and she got a little section of the pub. It was quite a big pub, but she got a section of the pub, and she put balloons so people knew it was her, just 4 or 5 balloons, put all her books out, and she invited people along. She gave them all a drink of Prosecco and some nibbles. Of course, the pub was happy. They got people in it. People bought more drink, and, you know, so find places that will give you a space. If you say, well, we'll buy coffee or a drink or something like that, you can get creative, think out the box, discuss it with other people, talk with other authors, you know, so get creative. And of course, design lovely graphics and videos for your promotion. I've already talked about 15-second, 30-second. Little videos that are from 15 seconds to 60 seconds. They work the best. You can use them as reels and stories on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, your YouTube, love shorts. You know, you've got all these platforms. Make use of them and grow your audience on there. So all of that will help create a smooth ride to people really getting to know you, getting to know your content, and seeing that creative flair that you've got that makes you stand out from other people. So do you want to add anything to that, Pam? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm keeping this on mute because I have builders here. And
Okay.
only the other day, one of them had a bit of an accident and ended up in hospital, and you don't want any cries of anguish.
All right.
So,
Okay. If you
yeah,
just,
loving
okay.
this. Absolutely loving all your
Okay.
ideas and your analogies. Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you,
What I
Pam.
would say with your posts, okay, is facts tell, stories sell. So if you can tell a story about somebody who you helped, then people are going to go, I want a piece of that too. So I want to buy that book to find out how it's going to help me.
Yeah.
Also, don't talk at people. Remember that social media has changed marketing into a two-way conversation. So make sure you're talking with people. Make them feel that their opinion is important. Get people to talk on your post. It's imperative anyway for the algorithm that you get those comments. So ask people questions.
Absolutely. I might
Yeah.
actually have covered that at another bit, but certainly, yes.
Yeah. Oh, go on, bring me in at the end then.
It's all right. It's all right. Anything I've missed, you can because this isn't exhaustive, Pam. You know, there's so much, and you can only give people. If you give them too much, it's overwhelming. They'll do nothing. Okay, so we're going to hit the open road now that we're creating, and we're going to be more confident. And you're going to navigate those strategies to make you stand out from the rest. I told you the story about Dee Blick, and I've told you a story about Simon Ong, how they were standing out from the rest, and they were sharing it through their videos and their posts across social media. So make sure you've got exclusive content. You've got a book. Every piece of content in that book is exclusive. Turn it in a way that it makes it a little bit different, so they need to read the book to find out more. So, you know, this is where we want some excitement and engagement. So give them sneak little peeks, you know, open your book and cover bits of it up and give them sneak peek into things, and they can think, oh, what else is there? You know, give away a bonus chapter. So in the last 2 weeks, I've had an author get to #1 bestseller across Amazon in 5 different countries in 15 categories across the globe, making him an international bestseller. Why? Because he gave a bonus chapter away. Gave a bonus chapter away, and they all want, it was so brilliantly written, they had to get the rest of the book. So that's what you can do. We believe that is part of the blueprint for success in your sales and for longevity of your book. Don't think, oh, well, if I give them the book, what Pam said earlier. No, give them something. Show them your greatness. Show them your skill. Show them how good you are at writing. Show them that you talk to them. You know, here at BBP, I encourage all my authors to write in a way that they're having a one-to-one conversation, as if that person's in the room with them. So there's lots of tips and tricks how you do that. Personally, it's using the second person, so talk to you. Okay, character backstory. So if you're doing fiction, or if you've got case studies or whatever, make sure there's little backstories about how you've developed a character, or why you've maybe added a case study in. People want to know, well, what did they do? How did they get out of that situation? What makes someone interesting? You know, what is it about a person that attracts people to them? So give them little snippets again. It's not too much. Little snippets, a wee bit here, a wee bit there. So they need to keep coming back for more and more. Remember, it's the breadcrumb approach. And I've already mentioned case studies. There we go. Case studies. So if you've got a business and in your book you're talking about how someone used one of your strategies and they got great success, share that success as a case study. So why did they come to you? What did you do in order to help them? What then strategies did they put in action? And what was that result? And what did that then make them go on and do? Did it raise their confidence? Did it strengthen their self-belief? Did it allow them to become more resilient so they could take more risks? Whatever it is. So put it in a case study and share those case studies. And of course, link them to your website. Get people going to other places. Pam, I can see Pam's going to say something about, don't take them away from LinkedIn, which she'll tell you, put it in the comment. But, you know, you want to be getting people to reach out more and more on the different platforms that you're on. Your website is crucial for you. Run giveaways, do little competitions, you know. You see it all the time. Like, share and comment on this post, and then you can win a signed copy of my book, or you might have other prizes that you might want to do. I know someone who gave Pink Bubbly away as a prize for doing something with their content and with their marketing. But it could be bookmarks, it could be postcards, it could be notebooks, it could be whatever it is. Find ways that you can give them something that they would want. And that, of course, giveaways is like competitions. Have competition. So you might just give away, if you order my book this week, you will get an added, maybe you've got a video to give away, a meditation, something extra, you know. But the competition, so you're getting lots of people entering, so you're getting more likes, and not so much likes, sorry, connections, and that's what it is. You're growing that audience, so they see that they're getting added value. They can see that you think about them. They can see that you're interested in giving them more than just buying your book. So make it exclusive to them and to you, for sure. Oh, there you go. I've given you 3. Let's stop sharing. So I've given you 3 tips, but because you are either watching the replay or have come here live, we are going to, in our thank you, we are going to give you 10 tips and hacks to boost your entrepreneurship journey using LinkedIn. And I have chosen 3 of these, and you can get the rest of them. So that's it. So now I would be opening up for any questions. Pam, anything you want to say or anything you want to ask me?
The only thing I want to say is there is always something to learn from you in terms of book publishing. Every time I hear you, I think, oh gosh, just such a font of knowledge. I think just watch the banner on your LinkedIn profile. When you create that, bear in mind that over 57% of people only access LinkedIn through a mobile phone. And on there, if the font size isn't minimum 28, they can't really read it. And also your photograph will be bigger, further over to the right, and will obscure some of the writing. So just be careful about that and don't make it too fussy. And make sure that you do find the right target market to connect with, and you can find them, because people don't say I like reading or whatever it is, but they will be in groups of people who like to read business books, for example, or they will talk about a business book they've read in a post, and that's how you can find them. They're your target market. Make sure you go and comment on some of their posts so that LinkedIn will show them more of yours.
Absolutely. And I didn't put that in there, but it is one. I would say I have grown, my LinkedIn's growing daily, because I comment on other people's posts and I have that interaction. And I 100% know that that is a bona fide strategy. You've got to do you've got to do it, as I say, be raw and real. You're not just doing it because, oh, well, this will get me more people. It's getting the right people, exactly. And there's lots more ways of finding your readers and your clients using LinkedIn. But that wasn't what this LinkedIn was about today. But I'm sure Pam's going to be working alongside us and being part of our author's adventure. So if you've not got a book, but you're interested in writing a book, certainly have a chat with me and let's talk about it. If you've got a book and maybe you're not too sure how to market it effectively, please get in touch with me as well, because we offer a book marketing service for those people who've got a book and maybe they're not too sure. Maybe you've self-published, for example, and you just need some guidance and support. Then reach out to us as well here at BBP, and we will be delighted to help you. So that's it. So Pam, thank you very much for joining us today. Last week, this is last week's episode, but I had a bit of an accident last week, and we did have a whole load of people coming last week, so I'm sorry about it for this week. Doesn't matter, because we can put this on replay and people can hear this over and over and over again. I used to call it a broken record, but sometimes broken records can be a great thing when you just keep repeating. As I said, people need to hear it up to 10 times then. So until the next time, this is Brenda saying, be brilliant. Much love. Until the next time, toodle pip. See you at next week's Weekly Drive.